Hey, everybody, welcome to Happy Friday. And the paranormal question of the day will be right back after the intro. And I'm back, and so is Taryn. So,
Hi.
hopefully, everybody is having a wonderful Friday. It's nice out here, about 60 degrees. How about you, Taryn? How is it out there by you?
It's crappy.
Oh, sorry.
Uh, Alexa, what's the temperature? Freezing. It's 57.
57, that's still pretty good.
No, it's freezing. Hi, Amber. And it's rainy.
Oh, okay. Hi, Amber. So, today's question is you've seen in the headlines probably is called near death experiences. So I will throw up the question. So basically what this is my wonders of the near death experiences. Is there an actual white light? Is there a black light? Is it stars that you see? Obviously if you're knocked out you'll see stars maybe, but is it true? I mean, do you see your life flash between your eyes? I mean, all the memories of what you have
Before
all
your
accomplished. What's that?
before your eyes. Do you see your life flash before your eyes?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, sorry, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. So
What?
that's what I want to know. Who's had a near-death experience, and want to talk about it.
So I've never had one. However, I've heard people talk about them, and I
Hmm.
will say that everybody either says like they see themselves being worked on.
That'd be kind of cool, but freaky at the same time.
Yeah, like they see themselves being worked on. I don't know if you were watching the other night when I had Dr. Molnar on.
Yep, I was.
Did you see when he was talking about how he pronounced that guy? And
I might have missed that part of it. I know
so
I was
he
firing questions at you.
well, he remember he coded the guy because they
Okay.
were already working on him for like a half an hour, and he was about to code him, or he did code him. I can't remember what he said,
Hmm.
but um, as he did it, he said he felt like this electric charge thing like come from behind him and like basically go through him,
That
and
doesn't sound very good and nice.
the guy came back to life.
Oh wow. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, that's interesting. But when you say working on him, that could go in two different ways there. So
What do you mean? He was coded like
no,
they
no,
were.
no. I mean beforehand when they're saying, well, people watch themselves being worked on,
Oh,
it could evolve in a wrong kind of way.
that could, especially with me.
Yeah. So just throwing it out there. Don't take it that way. What we're talking about.
But yeah, that's what he said. He said it came from behind him and like swooshed through him. And then he said literally he said, we give it some time. I didn't realize they worked on people for so long.
Yeah, I could see that though,
And he
especially
said it,
during surgery.
well, I don't know what was I think the guy, I don't know what it was, but I think the guy had come in and he like, just coded. Now, I didn't realize that maybe this was when he was an ER physician. I don't know. I always say he's an ER physician, but he's an internal medicine doc.
Hmm.
So he wouldn't be in the ER, but sometimes I had a Sharon. Sharon says she had a near death experience and she was in hell.
Ugh, that'd be awfully warm.
Long story. I died in the ambulance on the way in. I mean, she can come on and talk about it if she wants.
Sure, send her a
If
link.
she wants to.
If she wants to. Yep, if you can, please send her a link if she wants to. I'm not gonna say do it. You know, I'm not in that kind of mood today. I'm in a please and thank you mood today.
Oh, that's good. I'm going to the paranormal Cirque show tonight.
Oh, okay. You can go live?
I don't know if you'll be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to have maybe I'll be able to take pictures. Somebody said they took pictures, but I don't know if I'll be able to go live.
Oh, okay. Who's all going to be there?
What do you mean?
What was it called again? Paranormal what?
Cirque? It's like Cirque du Soleil. Have you ever seen any of that?
Mm-mm.
It's like acrobatic, like really good,
Oh, okay, okay. I
like
see.
The Cirque shows that they do like all kinds of cool shit. So it's adult only, so it's rated R.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I want to venture into that far.
Okay, I'll send Sharon the link.
Very cool. And this will be Sharon's first time on today's show.
Invite a guest, copy. I'm just gonna. Can I put it? I can't comment, can I?
Not sure. Haven't tried it.
Get. I'm just going because it looks really cool. It's like it's a paranormal Cirque show. All right, hold on. Let me see it. Sharon, I'm going to send you the link.
There you go. Widescreen. That's better.
Well, oh, this is better?
Yeah, I like the widescreen better.
Why? So you can see all my wrinkles and stuff up close?
Look at all this. Come on.
Hold on. Let me Let me send Sharon the link. Can you still see me?
Nope, you went black. She's on the dark side, folks. I guess that's true with all the Star Wars stuff. You show enough of it, you'll go into the dark side.
Shut up. All right, hold on. There, Sharon. Shut it. Every time I say Sharon, I want to say it the way Ozzy Osbourne says it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sharon!
He can be funny at times, but I don't ever watch him.
What do you mean? When you can understand him, you mean?
Pretty much. We went and saw him at Rockfest here, and we got through 2 or 3 songs, and we walked out. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Wow.
You couldn't understand him at all.
Even singing, you couldn't understand him?
Even singing.
Wow.
It was bad. I think he was up on a lot of drugs that day.
How long ago was that?
A couple years ago.
I like how they do that paranormal thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 1982, when I was a nurse at Monmouth Medical Center, we had a patient that coded and was pronounced dead. She was gone for about 7 minutes, then opened her eyes and said to her son, "It's beautiful over there." You could imagine the talk around the hospital the rest of that week. Wait, did she then stay alive? Or did she really die?
Well, I'm saying she probably died and came back. Like full death. Yeah, how long is it you can only be before your brain is trash after you're dead?
I don't know. Well, he said, Dr. Molnar said he was working on the guy for
half hour. But you would think that.
Hi.
Hey, Sharon.
Yeah, he said that they were working on forever. I know that when my grandfather had a heart attack, and wait, she stayed dead.
Wow.
That is that's crazy.
What?
Yeah, it is.
I wish I would have.
But don't say that.
Well, I didn't want to go there, but
What was I saying?
I don't know. So anyway, if you want to hear, I was 19.
Wait, can you talk?
Yeah, sort of. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
but I
you.
mean, like, if you have to go, then go. But
No, I'm
because you
just
said it's a
laying.
long story.
Well, it is. I was
Well, I'm just saying.
19.
Go ahead. I'll shut up.
Be quiet.
Love
You.
you. Uh, so I was 19, and I was going to my friend's house in Lancaster. And so I'm driving, and the music on, smoking a cigarette, smoking a fag, whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden, my heart started pounding at my chest. I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell's going on here? So I take my cigarettes, which I just bought, crumbled them up, threw them out the window. Yes, I littered. Of course, it was
But
back in the
why you were
80s.
blaming the cigarettes?
Yeah, I was blaming the cigarettes. So I scrambled them up, threw them out. I said, that's it, no more cigarettes. So then I'm like going and it's still going. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? I don't understand. So then it got to a point where I couldn't drive anymore. And I stopped at this bowling alley and I said, can you please get an ambulance? I said, I'm not feeling well. I can't get my breath. I got pain in my chest. And they go, okay, so they got an ambulance. And me thinking it might be a panic attack, I said, can you give me a paper bag, please? Thinking, breathe in a bag, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because I used to get panic attacks and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just a bad panic attack. So I was breathing in the bag and they said, well, the ambulance finally got there. It seemed like forever.
I'm sure.
And yeah. And they go, were you bowling? Blah, blah, blah. You asking this, asking all these questions. I'm like, no. I just driving and I was, here and I'd gotten. So they finally got me into the ambulance. And my friend pulled up because I did call him and say I'm going to the hospital. And then they were fighting which hospital to go to. I'm like, what the?
Either hospital work at this point, I would
Yeah,
think.
which hospital?
Well, there are some bad hospitals out
They're
there, but
like, well,
No,
should we
that's
go
true.
to should we go to Ephrata or Lancaster? I said, I don't give a shit. Go to the
those are the closest
first
ones.
closest one. And they said, okay, Ephrata it is. I said, all right. So I'm laying there in the gurney, and my body, like my feet and my hands, start going numb, and they start curling up like this, where I couldn't move it. My whole arms were like this.
Right.
All my muscles were tightened up and my toes were curled up and everything. I couldn't feel my legs. I could feel like this numbness go down my head like this, and it was coming up my legs at the same time.
Wow.
And it came up. I lost my sight. I couldn't see anymore.
You could still hear, though?
I could only hear. It's the last thing that goes, hearing.
Wow.
So I felt the feeling coming up from my legs and coming down, and the last thing I felt, it went over my heart. And then I heard Code Blue, and that was it. Then when I heard Code Blue, I found myself at that point standing in this deep, dark place. And I'm like looking around trying to see, where am I? How in the hell am I standing for one? I'm in the ambulance. Where am I? And I'm like,
did you feel panicky?
No. What I felt then, it was like if you take like liquid hot solder, if you had like a really, really something that's going to consume your, like if you take like acid, like drink it, that's what it felt like. It was like burning me from the inside out. And that's what it felt like. And I was still looking around like, where am I? And I hear way off in the distance screaming, like a woman screaming at the top of her lungs. And I hear other things like, other ungodly things. And then I heard a voice say, do you want to go here? And I'm like, for one, I'm like, okay, where'd that come from? And I said, no. And then I'm still in the place and I'm still looking around where am I? And it's like, okay, somebody did talk to me. So somebody's here. And then I heard the voice that says, I'll try to do it the way it said, do you want to go here? And I said, No, with authority. I was back at the hospital, just pulled into the hospital. They checked me for everything. They couldn't find anything wrong with me.
Then what the hell? Did nothing?
They sent me home.
Hmm.
So they found
Interesting.
nothing. They found nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Heart was okay and everything.
Everything.
Wow.
It was
That
God. It was Jesus. God.
so you think that this dark place was like
Solitude. It was
a way
uh,
to heaven?
no, it was a place away from heaven, away from God. Oh, it was like solitude. It was like you're
But you
going
think
to.
Jesus intervened?
Yes, I know he did.
You're saying that was the second one, the second voice?
It was the same voice. Second, it was a louder tone.
Oh, and
Yeah.
do you think that was Jesus?
Yep.
Wow. Interesting. And for everything to be okay and go through all that.
I know, that's crazy. It's not even like like I almost thought you were gonna say something happened with your heart.
Hmm.
Mm.
So to this day, you quit smoking or you went back to it?
No, I don't smoke. I,
Okay.
I smoke my medicine once in a while, but that's about it. Usually pills. Say, hey, that stuff's saving me right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
No?
Yeah, but yeah, that happened to me when I was 19.
Well, that's a very traumatic experience at that age. I mean, you got your whole life in front of you, and then something like this happens, and now
Yeah,
you're in limbo as to, okay, now what's going to happen from this? Where do we go from this?
yeah,
You know?
and then I got sucked into a church that fed me with more fear, and it took me, because they were saying, devil's here, devil's gonna get
Wait,
you, dude.
wait. What do you mean? When did that happen?
It was after
After you woke up?
after I got sent home, from the hospital. My dad and my mom and stuff were still alive at the time, and I was still living at home. I was only
Right.
19, of course. I was like just freshly out of the Navy because of my back, and it was just a rude awakening.
Hmm.
Okay, you leaving?
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Okay, I'll be up there. Finish.
Okay.
Sure, I'll see you later, hon. I'll be back.
Nobody wants to be around me. I'm the plague.
You have the flu, right?
I have
Oh,
COVID. I
you
have
have COVID.
COVID light.
COVID light. Well,
That's what I call it.
So go ahead. You were
definitely,
back home.
Hmm?
You said you were back home.
Yep.
Yes, I was back home, and the church that we went to was full gospel. Very.
uh-oh, she went black.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
she's got to fix her hair, considering mine's like a mess. No, just kidding.
Okay, there we
I
go.
thought she was trying to poke me in the eye.
Go ahead.
I got my glasses on, so you can't poke me. Just kidding.
Well, and there are
Anyway.
churches out there that can
Oh my God.
lead you in the wrong direction or put a fear into you big time because I stepped into a church.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, go back.
Yes.
Okay,
Go
so
back.
basically when she got home from the hospital and all that stuff, she went to a church to basically
Figure out.
figure out what happened, right?
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so she went to
So
church to figure out what happened.
So they were the ones telling you that the devil was there or something?
they were telling me that God has a plan for me, blah blah blah, and that they are that the devil's trying to get me, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. So they fill me with a ton of fear. If you go into a bar, devil jump on you, all that bullshit. And it took me over 20, 30 years to get that fear and shit out of my head. Yeah.
Well,
Check the
sometimes these
washer
churches
in
can be
10
that
minutes.
powerful for that.
Could you go down?
I'm sorry.
Check the washer in 10 minutes. It's
Okay.
humming, but I think it's on a final
Okay.
setting, but I can't open it.
Okay.
I want to make sure it's not burning up.
Oh, great.
Well, just, sometimes those big blanks.
Sorry. All right. 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to shut
No.
stuff in the dryer. Only 15 minutes in?
20, we've been on
So-
for 20 minutes.
So anyway, so that's the pretty much what happened. And it's not the church that actually put that in my head. It's actually what happened, so
Mm-hmm.
when I was
That's
19.
understandable.
Yeah.
So that's why I have a strong belief in Jesus.
It's
And
okay.
that's my anchor. Okay.
Never mind. All right?
Okay.
It's okay.
It's for God. Guys.
So, well, very interesting story. Like I
For
said,
sure.
it's, huh?
I said for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, today's episode's about near-death experiences, and and I'm glad you're able to share yours with us today, and and helps other people down the road as to if something
Yeah.
like this were to happen to them, then they should know to just pull off the side and get an ambulance and
Don't-
go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital. Do not go to a church, and do not go to a church to find out what happened. Go to a spiritualist, please. They'll know more than the church. Trust me.
Right. Because they
100%.
specialize in that stuff too.
Exactly.
Well, that's
like
because
like
the church-
April.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
The
church.
church-
Go ahead.
Yeah, the church is just very by the book, and that stuff is it can't happen, or whatever belief system the church, whatever kind of church you go to. But I
Mhm.
agree with you. I think it should be somebody like a spiritualist or somebody like that. Granted, they aren't licensed or certified in like any type of psychology or anything like that to help with it. Like if you have PTSD or whatever the case may be, so you should still seek professional help when
Mhm.
it comes to that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
on a spiritual level, I agree.
Yeah.
If you're looking for spiritual answers,
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Yep. Right on, Taryn.
Very
Always.
interesting.
Yeah. So I tell people, and it's like I live right across from a church. So
How ironic that is.
Bible Fellowship, yeah, I don't know if they even watch some of my stuff. They probably do. I don't care.
Yeah.
They invited me over, and they said, "Why don't you come in and come to our church?" I said, "I'm beyond that."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "I don't need to practice in a building, thank you."
Right.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, I don't need to give you money for your building, thank you." I need money for my
that's-
building.
I need money for my own building
Exactly.
that I'm living in. But that's crazy. Thanks for sharing that with us, because I feel like I had somebody on one time and they were talking about, I don't know if they themselves it had to be them, and they were saying how they were walking and there were like these rooms and this and that, and
Mm,
it was equally as disturbing,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
because that's a very disturbing
Yeah, because you
event.
would be totally separated from God. In other words, it would totally consume my heart and totally consume my soul to be away from Him. For any of us,
Right.
Right.
because God created us. So,
Right.
Being away from Him is the thing that would totally kill us.
Well, yeah, but that's like a very scary. That's like a very, like, if you die and like that's what you think it's gonna happen. That's scary.
He gave me a second chance, and that's why I told him after the second chance. I said, now you have to give everybody else a second chance. I said, because you gave me a second chance, so now everybody else is equal to me. You must give everybody else a second chance.
I believe that. Second chances in life. I know I have probably exalted all my 9 lives that I've have been given.
You borrowed a
Not
few.
lives? Are you a cat?
Some days, maybe. I mean, I remember when I was just started working at the factory where I work at. It was really hot that one day, and it was like 90 degrees. And I went to my parents' house, and they had their house at like 60 degrees. And so you get tired, really tired. Got in the car. I had back in the day, I had a smaller Mercury Cougar for a car. And I went down this one road, and I saw the train guards down, or they were down. They were up. They just, they were far enough ahead. But the thing is I fell asleep as I was driving.
Oh my goodness.
And as I came to, I was going 35, had no time to stop. As I went through the train track guards, broke them both off, went through the other side, the train went through. So
Dang.
that was one of the most scariest moments I ever had.
Almost falling asleep while driving is scary.
Yeah.
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 That happened to me once. I fell asleep. I was like, no more.
Right. Now, when you were saying that hearing is the last thing that goes, okay?
Yes.
So, and then this ties into the thing. I mean, this is not to me anywhere close to near death or whatever. But when I was at work, I banged my knee like underneath the kneecap. You know how that happens when something goes underneath the kneecap, and all the warm feeling comes up through your body.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it, but next thing you know, you're laying on the ground, like you kind of get knocked out.
I mean, this has never happened to me. I'm saying, yeah, like I know what you're
Well, I
talking
mean, it's
I
like
don't.
you pass out, because
about. You
it's
talk
so
about
much.
panic-
It's not panic attack. It's just I banged my
Pain.
knee, and
the pain you're
the
saying.
pain was so great in my knee that all the warm fuzzies went through my body, and I couldn't stop it. And next thing I know, I'm waking up, and my hearing was just kind of coming to me.
Yeah.
Like I was gone. Like I was blacked out, heard nothing. And when I came to, the painter that was close to me, he's like, yeah, man, you were just solid flat on the ground. It was like you were out. And I started when I came to, my hearing started coming back to me. And I was breathing heavy, like I couldn't catch my breath. And I guess when I went down, because I was sitting in a chair, I went head first down and scratched the crap top of my head
Ouch.
on concrete.
And
And
you're a big
that's-
dude. You probably fell hard too.
Yeah, I had a hard hat on and everything that I guess went off as I was going to the ground. It came off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So your hat didn't even like.
didn't do nothing. It fell off my head.
Wow.
Jeez.
I had a big cut on top of my head
Oh,
where I
man.
hit the concrete.
Did you have hair then?
What's that?
Did you have hair then that you had to like shave it off? I'm just asking. I'm curious.
No,
Because
I
if
was
you had
I was
hair,
already I was already balding at that
Oh,
point.
okay, I was gonna say if you had hair, then that would have been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of a comb over still, but yeah, he's like, yeah, you were out, like out. I couldn't even bring you to. You end up coming out on your own.
The only
And-
time I've passed out is when I've been given medicine to pass out, like before like surgery or something like that.
Hmm. But this is
Get the-
weird without,
Just get the sodium pentothal.
right?
Yeah.
But I
whatever.
mean, with the hearing though, it's like all of a sudden, it's like
Yeah.
I had no hearing earplugs in my head, so it's like you coming to, and it's like, and all of a sudden, it slowly just starts coming through back to you, and it was a weird feeling,
Yeah.
So, and that's what ties into her about the last thing you hear is your hearing goes. So
Yeah.
Did
who
you guys
knows?
ever see Dragonfly?
Who?
I'm sure I
The
have in the
movie?
past.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner.
with Kevin Costner.
Probably.
sure it's
I've
that.
seen it.
You should watch it. It's a really good movie.
I'm watching Dead Files.
That's a good show. I'm kidding.
She's not. That's our favorite show. She
No.
watches it religiously.
It's only on right now.
I can't. I'm sorry. I
There's
can't keep
nothing
a straight
else-
face with that
there's
one.
nothing
Ghost
else.
Hunters. Ghost Hunters is on.
That you'll watch.
Is
Yeah.
it? Is it
Yeah.
on? All right. I'll have to find it.
So
Maybe in Jersey it's on.
I mean, it's not on. Ghost Hunters isn't on live TV. You can
Oh.
Google or
Oh.
not Google, but
That would require me to think. Okay.
you don't have a
brain-
problem thinking. You're a very smart.
Right now I do.
right.
Right now I'm as dumb as a tea tick.
A tea-tip.
Yeah. It's one of those little bugs that sits on the end of your teacup and like sips your tea. It looks
Right.
like a little beetle.
Oh,
They call tea ticks.
Interesting.
That's
Well, we
what you
should.
learn in 53 years
Mm-hmm.
about tea ticks.
Right. Well, we
And
should
how
probably.
not to get COVID.
We should let her go so she can get her breath back and all that stuff. Because I've had COVID. I know what that's like.
yeah.
So
Thanks for sharing.
I even had both and boosted. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and I know how it feels. So you should go get yourself some time and get your breath back. And I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story.
Yeah. Thank you.
thank you. Have fun tonight.
Oh, thank you. I will. I can't wait to see that.
Did you get Don Wildman on your show finally?
We're messaging, so hopefully.
Cool. Can't wait.
Well, okay, I'm lying.
All
We
right.
messaged back and forth a couple of times, but I'm still waiting for him to message me back from my last message. So probably
Well,
not. But
No, just keep on him. He's busy. Just keep
Yeah.
on him. yeah.
yeah,
And that's what Josh said. Just keep on him because he's busy. So
Josh who?
Gates
Oh,
for Gina. So yeah. But anyway, just keep on him. He'll come
Oh.
on.
I will. I want him and I want Mitch Albom to come on. Those are my two. I would love to have Mitch Albom on. All right. Well,
Love yous.
I love you. I hope
Thanks
you
for
feel
coming
better.
on.
Enjoy your weekend.
Oh yes,
Hope
you as
feel
well.
better.
Yes,
Bye.
absolutely.
So that was
So,
interesting.
Yes, it was. It
I
was
wonder
very
if
cool.
anybody else has like a different, like a different something different. Well, actually, Farmer said he said he was down for 15 minutes. So here it's interesting. So Bob says I died for 18 minutes and was brought back and do not remember a thing.
Wow.
Right?
So hopefully, I mean, now if he doesn't remember anything, does he remember stuff prior to everything even happening, or just right after the fact that when he came to,
And then
and then has no recognition?
Farmer said in 1998, I had my heart and lungs stop working after I was lawn fertilizing poisoning.
Ooh.
Was legally pronounced dead for 1 hour and 15 minutes when I came. 1 hour and 15 minutes?
Wow. Now, like I said, now this comes into play where I'm talking about is where
What did
did
they do for that hour and 15 minutes with your body?
I'm not
Heard
sure.
every word. The ER and Dr. Farmer, do you want to come on? Because I would love to know what
Yeah.
they
This is
did
the
with
show
his-
for it.
what they did
Absolutely.
with his body, like how, like for an hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like what did they do? And then what? All of a sudden, he sat up and was like, "Hey guys, what's going on?
What's that buzzing noise?
What?
Is
Oh,
there-
maybe I think somebody might be texting me.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is a show for it. I mean, we're here to listen to your near death experiences, and if you'd like to come on, please do.
Your shirt's wet. in the front and the back and everything.
I was outside helping him to work.
Oh,
He put a bucket of water over top of his head. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, but I can text you the link
Yes, she could text you a link. Just let us know if you would like to come on.
or message through Facebook Messenger.
By the way, hi Rob.
Hi, Darren.
Oh, okay. So does he want me to give him the link?
Sure, send him the link, please. You're better at that than I am.
Please. I would put it in the comments, but I can't.
Yeah, I know that's hard to do.
Um. Oh, balls. Hold on. I didn't have the link copied.
Oh man, that was funny. All else fails. Oh, balls.
All right, so let him. Ah! All right, Farmer, I sent you the link. I want to hear about this hour and 15 minutes that you were not alive and then you just woke up.
Mm-hmm. Now, like I said before, at what point does your brain just shut off? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a certain limit where your brain just shuts off and then you're toast. You know,
Yeah,
there's no
but-
come back from that.
But how did they have his body there for an hour and 15 minutes? And I mean, he's here.
Right.
Sharon says she doesn't remember the time frame.
Right. If this is his first time being on StreamYard, he might have a little. If he's got, if you have,
No,
iPhone.
I think he's done it before.
Okay, I was gonna say if he has iPhone, and it comes up, just say open in Safari, and then go into there. And it should pop right on. It'll ask you about allowing your microphone and your audio to be used.
But
So how's everybody doing on this Friday afternoon? Oh, there he is.
hi, Farmer.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so explain to me explain to all of us like what happened with your near-death experience.
Well, 1998, I was coming back from the lake from a long day of fishing, and I was riding my bike, and there was a True Gearing Chemlon fertilizer company spraying the lawn, and I got hosed, and I got poisoned by chemicals from Chemlon.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
Yeah. Within a few hours, I was starting to lose breathing ability to breathe, and ended up in the hospital. They were trying to give me compounds to stop to open up my lungs, and that's when I went into cardiac arrest.
Wow.
Holy mo-
And they injected me with so much adrenaline to try to get my heart to come back after it stopped. I was already past lethal dose of adrenaline already. And I heard the doctor call it at 12:30 Sunday morning on Easter Sunday. I was deceased.
Wow.
Jeez.
1 hour and 15 minutes later, I'm here. I heard the doctors, the nurses, everything. Off to my left, my head slumped over like this, and I happened to see a white light. I seen my dad there, and two angels that said, "Go back. It's not my time."
So the two angels, you're saying like your dad was there, and with two angels, and they said to go back.
Yep, it wasn't my time.
So what? And you just woke up again?
I know I heard they had me on a heart monitor. See, in Minnesota, they're required for 2 hours after a person is deceased to keep monitoring just in case they get a heartbeat again.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They have had just called people deceased and come back alive right in the middle of an autopsy.
Ooh. Oh man. See, now this is the very reason why that when and okay, I get it when funerals happen and the person's in a casket.
I'm totally shocked right now.
I can't walk up. I have a hard time walking up to the casket because of that very reason. That
I'm
very
totally
reason.
shocked right now. Well, by that time, the person's already been embalmed and everything. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
So-
still, I mean, it's just one of those fears I have going up to looking at someone in a casket that they sit up at you.
I'm like totally shocked right now.
Wow.
So they just leave the people in the hospital beds hooked up to a
Right?
heart
I was in
monitor?
the emergency room when it happened, when I was declared deceased. And it was scary.
Oh, I bet.
So you
I could
laid
hear the doctors. I could hear doctors, the nurses, everybody working on me. I could feel every pinprick they were doing. They were trying to isolate the chemical that would cause the poisoning.
So could you hear anything for that hour and 15 minutes that you were
Oh, yeah.
that they were leaving you alone?
Oh, I could hear the nurse talking to her coworkers. Says, "I can't believe that the guy right there is dead."
And then when so what happened? You just like woke up?
I started coming to, and the heart monitor started going beep, 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 and
Wow.
a nurse happened to walk by, and I'm here sitting up. I go, "What's going on?"
Look
I
at
bet you
it.
that
Why
scared the
I-
shit out of them
Sharon
too.
said if that person sits up, I'm gone.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I
But I
even
bet you-
still got the toe tag.
You do.
Yeah, I do.
So you're hearing them. You're just laying there. You're hearing them. What you couldn't move your body. You couldn't like what
No,
was
I
going?
was perfectly paralyzed. I was paralyzed until I had enough feeling to be able to sit up.
Jeez.
So you
I
only
beat
know
the
about
odds.
it being an hour and 15 minutes because they told you that, right? Like you know that.
Yeah, they declared me deceased at 12:31 in the morning. That would be 0031 hours after midnight. 31 minutes after midnight. 3100.
And you sat up. Did they freak out?
What's to say the nurse that walked by? I says, I'm a big horror movie fan, and my favorite movie was the original Night of the Living Dead, the 1960 something version. And I happened to sit up, and I had to play the joke on this. And I said, "Briggs," and she freaked out and collapsed right there. Everybody's rushing in. They kept me in the hospital for a week because I was no oxygen for 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
See, now that's okay. So that's what I was bringing up to her is that at what point
Oh.
does
yeah.
your brain shut off where there's no coming back from that? You know what I mean?
5
Well,
minutes.
obviously, how are you not
5
in
minutes.
medical-
Okay, so 5 minutes your brain shuts off,
I can't believe
and then
it.
you basically become a vegetable, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But here you are standing today after an hour and 15 minutes, and you're clear as a bell.
Yeah.
Thank God that they kept you on the heart monitor. It's not 1 hour, it's 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
if it was 1 hour, you'd have
You wouldn't be here today.
wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Wow.
I never heard of that being like a law anywhere.
Minnesota's
It
got
was
a
a
lot.
policy because they had 3 cases of that happening.
Wow.
Yeah, they had one girl there 18-year-old girl got in a car accident. They ruled her deceased, and they brought her down to the morgue. And 30 minutes later, somebody was about to do the autopsy, and they saw the bag move.
Hmm.
So they decided to put a 2-hour limit on the on somebody that's been declared deceased.
And they just leave you there hooked up to a heart monitor.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Wow.
I beaten the
Wow.
odds.
Yes, you did.
It also being like not having oxygen. Like, how are you not like in a medical research? Like, an hour and 15. That is just insane to me. That is so crazy.
It is.
Mhm.
It is.
Well, I'm
Excuse me.
glad you're here.
Yes, congratulations of surviving all that and being here. That's remarkable.
That's like a
And that's-
rebirth.
It is. And that's the time I started becoming sensitive to paranormal activity.
Right?
That happened to somebody else. I think 2 other people that I've had on my show where they had either near death experiences or like they had like a tragic accident. And then after that is when they were more open to hearing or being, clairs, whatever the clairs are or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
So do you go on paranormal investigations now too because of all that's gone down?
Since then, yeah. And my grandfather, there was a place called the Albert Lee Civic Theater, aka, you probably recognize this name, Marion Ross. Happy
No.
Days, Mrs.
Okay, yep.
Cunningham.
Yep.
I met her personally.
Wow.
And the place where my grandfather worked was known as Marion Ross Performing Arts. That place is haunted.
Oh, I bet.
It
Absolutely.
is. I did some history on that place, and I found out during the flu epidemic there, during the early years of the building there, it used to be a. They turned that into a city morgue.
Okay. So it kind of sounds like where I'm going to tomorrow night.
Yeah, I did history on that. They had the Spanish flu epidemic,
Yep.
and then they had the thousands of people died, and they turned it into a morgue.
Can you think,
heart-
imagine like 100 to 150 years from now, when people are talking about what happened at the hospitals with COVID and how they were doing mass burials right outside the hospital in big trucks, in freezer trucks, they were putting bodies, like just mass burials at the
Mhm.
hospitals now, because you don't hear about that anymore. That hasn't happened in I don't even know how long, and then all of a sudden COVID happens and there's just they're just throwing bodies in freezer trucks right outside the hospital.
Yeah. Where I'm going to tomorrow night, they held 80 bodies because of the Spanish flu. Right in the basement of the hotel.
3,500 people there were held at that one place where my grandfather worked. Yeah, there where they had their swimming pool, they drained the pool and they filled it up with bodies.
Oh, jeez. I can just imagine the smell and the rank of that.
Oh, I know.
It's so sad.
The first encounter I had up there was when I was helping my grandfather fold up tables and put them on these trays and ship them back down into the storage lockers. And my grandfather says, "Hey, it's time to go work in the restrooms. Put in the toilet paper and the thing." And he says, "Leave the door open and shut the light off. And he'll come by and check my work." Well, guess what? Him and I just got done doing this, and we heard a noise. We went up there. It was toilet paper and paper towels everywhere.
Wow.
Yep. And we could hear something faint walking across the stage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait
Absolutely.
to go on people. Can I show you guys something?
Sure.
Sure.
Look at this. Do you see this car? Hold on. How do I make this just one? Do you see that car? Do you see
Yeah,
where
I
it's
see
parked?
it.
Do you see how it's halfway into my driveway?
Yeah.
No respect for other people's property.
One day they were parked where my car is. Now they're parked. Look at all the space they have. Can you ask me why they can't back it up and get out of
Jeez.
my driveway? Hold on.
Well, I could always call my friend up there to go have it picked up.
Look at it. Do you see it?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you guys know I'm not crazy.
How did we switch sides?
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I got mad.
Well, we can leave it this way because I kind of like being on this side.
I got mad. Like, who parks like that? So ignorant.
Yeah, people are like that.
Ugh.
So, Farmer, you're in Minnesota, correct?
I used to live in Minnesota for 19 years.
Okay.
Then I went to Wisconsin for 3. Now I live in Kentucky.
Look out.
Oh, okay. See, I live up in Wisconsin.
our
I live in Oshkosh, and
Appleton.
see, half hour away. And my wife is actually from Kentucky.
Oh, I wonder what part.
It was a dry town, Winchester.
I live in Berea.
Okay.
That is only less than an hour from me.
Okay.
You're having your sandwich? I was gonna.
Yeah.
give
Yep.
you
She
some-
left her to come up here because her dad used to work at Rockwell, and they shut down and came up to here to Oshkosh.
Oshkosh bagosh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go
Home-
back, go.
yeah.
Oshkosh
Right.
bagosh.
Well, Oshkosh Bagosh is still around as a store, but we're more home for the EAA stuff for the air shows.
Oh, I love it up there.
I
I,
love
happen
it.
to be at Rainbow Park,
right down the
Oshkosh.
road from me.
and they flew that one B-25 bomber right over us.
Oh yeah.
I love air shows. We're going to the one in Dover because the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels are going to be there at the same time.
There you go. Oh, remember when the
Yeah.
Concorde was still around? That thing was loud. Holy man.
Yeah, it was.
The last one we were at, the 1950s version. I'm using that 1940s version of what the newest military jet is now.
The P-47 and the F-14.
P-47 and the F-14 that they were flying together.
Oh, is it F-14 Tomcat, right?
Yes.
Yep. I watched a lot of Top Gun.
Oh, Valley. Oh no, Little Round Top is flooded.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Mark's in Gettysburg, so he's making
Oh,
me
okay.
jealous.
Well,
I was
But I'm a
originally born and raised in the state of Maine, so I got a little bit of history about the 20th Maine.
Oh, 20th
Oh.
Maine, that's right up my alley.
There you go.
Chamberlain. I was married to him probably in like all my prior lifetimes. Look, there's a painting of him hanging right in my living room. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes.
My boy. I love the 20th Maine.
Oh.
Oh, that was exciting. You're reading up on the what they did. They were all out of ammunition. There was less than 300 left of the out of.
Of the Maine boys, yeah?
Yep. But there's another interesting fact too that I discovered too about the state of Maine. How many troops they sent to the Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
99,000.
Wow.
Jeez. It's a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you, less than 300 Mainers for the 20th Maine stuck their bayonets on, caught the Southerners with their pants down. They didn't figure they were going to be charged, and they were in fear and running for their lives.
Yeah, they either surrendered or were killed or ran.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
from like, isn't abandonment that a bad thing back in the day? It still is.
I've known a few people there that talked about, especially the Texas and Alabama. They said they would rather get shot than be impaled by a bayonet.
Really
I guess I would too. I want to be impaled while I'm alive.
crazy because I'll show you. Oh, hold on, let me do my camera here. Hold on, settings,
That's all right.
camera.
General Chamberlain was a professor at Colby College.
Oh yeah, I know. And he got the Medal of Honor.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
you just don't get that for no reason.
right.
One little outfit, the 20th Maine, held the Civil War and kept the Union in it.
So this is one pic. So I'm in my Gettysburg room right now.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so this is the 20th Maine. Here's Chamberlain here, right? And you know they're fixing bayonets. They have all the other boys have their bayonets fixed already, right? And then next to it is the 13th Alabama looking up, and if you look, you can see Chamberlain here.
Interesting.
And this is the 13th Alabama looking up at the 20th Maine.
Wow, that's pretty
And
cool.
this is the 20th Maine looking down. And then I'll go well, I have so many fun stuff. Here's a Confederate $10 bill. This is a legit certificate mustering a lieutenant into the Civil War, October of 1863.
Wow.
From New Jersey. It's like a legit seal. Gettysburg badge.
Oh, and another
And
thing.
here's my plate of Chamberlain.
Go ahead, farmer.
Another thing I wanted to speak about, and I see my stepdad. Did you know the 20th Maine was still active in 1991?
Really?
Yeah, they're the longest active Civil War group in the U.S. Army was finally decommissioned, and the command was changed over to the 133rd Company B Engineer Battalion of the state of Maine, National Guards.
Whoops. Wait a minute. I don't know how to get back to you.
Well, we can see you.
I know, but I don't know how to. There we go.
Oh. You know, I
I
think
can't believe how ignorant that is.
today was a pretty good episode with people with their near-death experiences.
Absolutely.
We need to have a part 2, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
We could do that next week
Okay.
on Wednesday or Friday.
That's
Well, actually,
Wednesday.
it'll have to be a Wednesday because next Friday I'll be in Iowa.
Well, Wednesday I won't be, and possibly Friday I'll be working down the shore. So,
Okay.
but Wednesday I'll be working.
Okay. We'll work it out. We'll get another day in for that.
Which way you going? You gonna go through Minnesota to go to Iowa, or you gonna go through Illinois?
We're to go straight through Dubuque.
Okay, if you would have gone through I-90 west into Minnesota and hit the city of Albert Lea, that's where Marion Ross Performing Arts Center is.
Oh, okay.
Right on Broadway, North Broadway, Albert Lea.
Yeah, we're heading to Edinburgh Manor,
Oh, cool.
so
You're
be there
gonna
for two
check
two
out
nights.
live, as much as you can.
Yep, I'll be live.
I'll be watching.
It might be now at that place. It does get sporadic, so don't be surprised if I get cut out. There is no Wi-Fi at that building, so I cannot do my Wise camera thing. So
Everybody has a hotspot.
I don't have a hotspot. I don't know how much they go for. So, But anyway, we're getting
Alrighty. Yep.
Pretty
it's
close.
About that time.
about that time. Yep. Thank you, Farmer, for coming on. I greatly appreciate your
Oh,
story.
Thank you. Thank
That
you
was-
for having me.
And
That was
thank
very
you.
cool. Very
for-
interesting. Very scary, but very interesting. So, and hi, Lori. Just saw you pop up there. So any of you have, like I said, a near-death experience and want to come on and do a part 2 of this? Because like I said, today was a very good show and a very good outcome. Love to hear your stories, and I think they need to be told. Message me on Messenger, and I will get one lined up where we can bring people on. So, or you can message Taryn as well.
Yeah, either way. Well, it's your paranormal question of the day, so.
Yep. Well, we both work at it, so it's both our show. So, any last thoughts?
Nope. I'm going to the paranormal circ thing tonight, so.
Okay. Let's see here.
All right. Well,
So-
I hope you guys all have a good rest of the weekend.
Yes.
Darren
Hopefully,
will be watching.
all right. I will provide as much video as I possibly can, being live.
Awesome.
And so this Saturday, I will be at the Karsten Nest Hotel in Kewanee, Wisconsin. I'll be there with We Are Paranormal and other people that might show up. So it'll be me, my wife, and them, and we'll try some experiments. I'll do the Wise Cam experiment. So with that,
Say it, Darren.
I should say it, for Farmer and Taryn. I'm Darren. You have been watching the BB3 TV and the Paranormal Brew Network. I bid you adieu. So long, everybody.